Now what I did is I picked windscreen polishing kit on Amazon. It comes in a very small package like this. It's got 2 different types of polishing pads. It's got the polishing compound. Part of the directions say that you need to use an electric drill motor. Here we have a shot of the front of the glass. The tape is located on the inside of the windshield, so that when I'm working on the outside of the windshield, I can see exactly the areas that I need to address, because as you change the lighting, as I change positions while I'm working on the glass, often the scratch will disappear. So the tape itself will help me as a guide as I'm polishing back and forth to know where the scratches originate from. My goal is to try to capture this in different lighting so that you can see. Here's the heaviest of the scratches right through here. And it's created from the windshield wipers themselves, so it makes the exact pattern of the wiper blade, and they extend all the way down to here where I have the finished part of the edge of the final scratch. Here we have the inside. The scratches are here. So I'll pull back, and it's tough because you've got this whole backdrop that's coming through the glass, but the scratches are right along here. A couple things that I like to do whenever polishing is involved, and what I mean by that is whether it's liquid compounds or liquid polishes, is safe polishing, but also it's not about risk management necessarily or all the time. What I'm also protecting by taping up the A-pillar and the line that separates the windshield from the paint, as well as the wiper blade itself, because as you polish, you're gonna naturally get what's called sling. Some of your compound or polish is going to sling outside the boundaries, and it's going to create a mess. So this not only serves as protection in the event that I'm polishing and I catch an edge, which I don't want to do, but it also protects the sling so that the cleanup is far easier. I've got my pad in place. It comes with a backing plate that you simply attach to the drill motor. Then it's got a Velcro glass polishing disc that you attach to that. I'm ready to apply some compound pad. Based on the directions, I put about 5 to 6 pea-sized drops on the pad itself. Also, as a rule, I always close the container, because if this is sitting in the sun, or it sits on its side, or it falls over while you don't expect it, I don't want to make a mess. I'm also working in the shade. Something you're supposed to do is check the windshield as you polish. You don't want the windshield to get too hot. And I can tell already that yes, it's polishing it, but I can still see the deep scratches. So I'm going to reapply the compound, do some more polishing, and at least see how much I can diminish or remove these deeper scratches. I've got the cord draped over my shoulder so that it's not dragging itself all over the paint and doing other damage that I will have to fix later. I've added another 5 pea-sized drops to it, and I'm going to go in for round 2. It comes with a little tiny microfiber cloth, so I'm going to polish this off. I have now done 2 passes. The deep scratches are still there. I cannot catch them with a fingernail, but I can still see them. So I know that I have, at a minimum, diminished the scratches. I have also polished away the edge of the scratch, but in fact, they're still there. So let me try a 3rd pass. Even with that much polishing, this windshield is not heating up. It's barely even getting warm. I'm very surprised, but to me, that has more to do with the speed of this drill motor. Like, I could pick a different drill motor that can actually produce more RPMs, and that would heat up this surface even higher. So that's where you have to finesse it. If you don't have a drill motor that can generate a lot of RPMs, that's just going to require you to stay on the surface or the area longer. After pass number 3, I can still see the deeper scratches, but it's harder to see them. So I know that if I continue to just do pass after pass after pass, it's going to eliminate these eventually. The question is you have to assess what I call the ROI. your return on investment. The investment in this moment is the kit itself, which is pretty trivial, but now it's about time. How much do you want to polish those scratches out? How many times are you willing to sit here in a contorted position with your body? So let me do one more pass. Approximately a half a teaspoon of compound. I'm going to go over the heavy marks again and see. Every time I make a new pass, it diminishes the scratches more and more. Now that I've inspected it in the sun, I'm going to give it a thumbs up. Yes, with a very critical eye, I can still see the scratches, but it does not stand out when I'm driving the car. So based on the do-it-yourself experience and how cheap this kit is, I could recommend this all day long. Just accept that the deeper your scratches are, the less results you're going to get. But what it really does do with the deep scratches that are right through here is it literally polishes away all the edges, and it's those sharp edges that catch the light and really create an unwanted glare. So this has diminished all the edges. It has not polished away all the scratches other than the very, very subtle ones. The deep ones still remain, but I'm okay with that. Here is the inside with the scratches, and you can literally see them, at least I can. They're still visible, but I can tell that all the edges have been worn down. Textured effect, but it's no sharp edges, and I'm not catching any glare from the sunlight. So as a driver looking through the front windshield, I'm going to say that that is a winning trade-off. For the amount of effort, the cost of the kit, the ability to do it myself, I'm going to call that the winning balance. Of course, I accept that I could go over this again and again and again until I was just completely worn out, or all the compound was used, and diminish that even more and more and more. But right now, I'm going to call this the winning balance based on all the other factors.
There was once a day that I would pray for you. I'd go and misbehave just so you'd notice too. Sneaking looks up and